Rowdy Nation TV, welcome back to the channel. Keyshawn Davis became a world champion on Friday night tonight, knocking out BERINCHYK to capture the WBO lightweight title at the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York. Now, it was a dominant performance, right? Davis dropped BERINCHYK twice and ended the fight with a vicious left hook to the body that crumpled the champion midway through round 4. Now, BERINCHYK grimaced in pain, and as he got on one knee, but he didn't beat the count. The knockout came at the 1 minute and 45 mark in round 4. And I'd just like to say, when I first started watching the fight, what I noticed was the discrepancy, the height difference, the size difference, and the skill. The skill was just overwhelming. It was just so unmatched. It was just unmatched, man. This guy, this was Davis's 14th fight, and now he's a world champion. That's pretty quick, man. 14 fights in, and now he's a world champion already, man. This kid's right here is a beast, man. He's one of the new fighters, the new generation fighters that's going to carry the torch, man. He's one of the new generation of fighters that's after Tank Davis and after Shakur Stevens. This new generation that's coming up, him, Abdullah Mason, Xander Zayas, those 3 guys that's on this card. This is the new face of boxing right here, right? And I just noticed the size difference between him and BERINCHYK. Now, BERINCHYK wasn't a slouch. Like I said before, I made a video before predicting who I thought was going to win the fight. And as I said, I predicted Keyshawn Davis to win the fight. But I thought it was going to be more competitive. No, I think a lot of people in the boxing world thought this was going to be competitive. Like I said in my earlier video, that's what they say all the time when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, that this is going to be his toughest fight to date. Now, this was a champion, an undefeated fighter, 19-0 with 9 knockouts, and Keyshawn just dismantled this dude, man. It was a very dominant performance, you know. Like I said, man, and for all my boxing fans who haven't checked out Keyshawn Davis, he's a very confident fighter. I like Keyshawn, man. A lot of people, you know, knock on him is because they think that he's very arrogant. But I think it's just confidence, man. And when you got that type of skill, and then you were boxing, this is the boxing game, man. You got to be confident, right? But like I said, previously unbeaten BERINCHYK, 19-1 now with 9 KOs. Also went down on the body shot earlier in the 3rd round too. You know, Davis 13-0 now with 9 knockouts. Won the belt in just his 14th professional bout. The second fewest fights needed to win a lightweight world title. Vasily Lomachenko and Jimmy Britt achieved the feat in 12 fights. And my man here did it in 13 fights, right? Now, no knock on Denis BERINCHYK, but I thought, you know, he's a Ukrainian fighter, and like I said, 19-0. Well, 19-1 now, and I thought he was going to do better than what he did, man. He didn't bring anything to the table. He was holding he was holding a lot. He was jumping in and out. It was a very wild style. I mean, he got clocked at the beginning of the fight, and his nose started to bleed, I believe, in the very first round, and it didn't stop. They couldn't stop his nose from bleeding, man. And like I said, in the 4th round, he got dismantled. And I just like to know what the future is next for Keyshawn Davis. He said, when they asked him that question, whoever got the cojones to jump in the ring with him, you know, send a contract. And I think we know who he was directing that to. I think he was directing that towards Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? So he also said he's not chasing Gervonta, and he really don't need him because he's going to make his own mark in boxing with or without Gervonta. And I believe that. I truly believe that. So let's get into the co-main event with Xander Zayas, right? Now, Xander Zayas, he defeated Slaughter Spomer. And I've never really heard of Slaughter Spomer before, but he got walked down, basically. You know what I mean? He started off where he was trying to fight. He was trying to stay in there. He did, I ain't gonna lie, but he did catch Xander Zayas one time that, I mean, really, but he was getting beat up. And Xander Zayas was just coming. I think he was being a little bit overly aggressive because he thought he had his man hurt. But then, you know, while while he was being overly aggressive, Spomer caught him with I think it was a left hook. He caught him real nice, man, and he was hurt, man. You can tell he was hurt. It wasn't like Spomer was going to win anything because, like I said before, he was getting manhandled. He was getting beat the whole fight, right? Now, Xander Zayas took another big step toward legitimate contention, finishing off previously unbeaten Slower Spomer in the 9th round on tonight, right, on Friday night. Now, the fight, which was the co-main event to the DENYS BERINCHYK and Keyshawn Davis card, which was held at the Garden, looked to have accepted that this fight, it looked like Zayas was already ahead on all the scorecards anyway, right? So it wasn't no doubt that he was going to win the fight. But then, like I said before, he just opened up because it was going back and forth for a little bit. And then slowly but surely, Xander Zayas just began to walk him down. Nice body shots. Nice, but the body shots is what, I think the theme of tonight was body shots, man. The theme of tonight had to be body shots, man. Everybody who won tonight was giving out vicious body shots, and I think that if you're a boxer, if you anybody that's in the combat sports, I think, man, you guys need to start investing more, especially you boxers, man. It was a beautiful display of body shots tonight, right? You know what I'm saying? So referee Charlie Fitz stepped in to halt the junior middleweight fight in the the middle of fight in the middle of the round, giving Zayas his first stoppage defeat in 3 fights since he knocked out Jorge Forte in 5 rounds back in December 2023. So, good performance for Xander Zayas. Tim Bradley, one of the commentators that was commentating, said he didn't see anything special about Xander Zayas. When I was sitting there listening to Tim Bradley, I don't always agree with Tim Bradley, but when he was saying it at the time, I was kind of agreeing with him. But then when Xander Zayas got the stoppage in the 9th round, I was like, hey, man, what can I say, man? He did what he had to do. Was it entertaining as some people? Was it entertaining as the next fight that we're about to talk about? No. But he did what he had to do. So shouts out to Xander Zayas for stopping Spomer. Stopping Spomer, who was an undefeated fighter also. Now let's get to the fight. And I said this, even in the other video that I made before. I said, look, and I'm going to say it again right now. Keep your eye out on Abdullah Mason, man. This a kid. Man, this kid right here, the talent that this kid's got right now, man. And I think he's a 135 also. I think he's 130. And then Tim Bradley said that, Tim Bradley don't too much care for Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? That's because he's with the PBC. I don't think he too much care for Gervonta Davis. But he was like, yeah, if you ask this kid, he's going to tell you, if you ask this kid who's the best 135-pounder, he's going to say Gervonta Davis. Like, that's a bad thing. He was saying that he thinks he looks up to Gervonta Davis. I don't think they would would have a fight because he's so young and he's getting started. He looks like he's ready now, though. I ain't gonna lie, but we know Gervonta. He's a whole different level. But this kid right here, guys, keep a lookout for this guy. Man, dude is unbelievable. Very good fighter. He has like 5 brothers, man. He got like about 5 brothers, and they all box. I think they all box. Maybe all of them except for one. I think they all box except for one. But Abdullah Mason, you guys really got to keep your eye out for this guy, man. He got a hold on for a second. Hold on just for a hot minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Lightweight contender Abdullah Mason, 17-0 with 15 KOs, put on a punishing display on Friday night, sending the always tough Manuel Jaimes 16-3-1. Like I said, that's not a bad record. 16-3-1 with 11 KOs. Now, he sent him down 4 times in a 4th round knockout at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. So he knocked him out in the 4th round, but within those 4 rounds, man, he sat that man down 4 times, man. This kid got some power, man. Explosive power. Now, Jaimes walked into a big left uppercut from Mason in the 2nd round to put him down. Mason teed off on the remainder of the rounds, landing big punches from the outside. In the 3rd round, Jaimes made some adjustments by trying to stay on the inside to keep Abdullah from getting leverage on his shots. But Jaime's landed some nice punches, but lacked any power to do anything to Mason, right? Jaime's made the mistake of leaping in with the shout and was nailed by a left-hand counter from Mason that flattened him on the canvas, bro. I'm telling you, man, he was putting it on him. Now, before the start of the 4th round, the ringside doctor checked Jaime's to see if he was okay, you know, because he had already been knocked down about 3 times already. Mason quickly dropped Jaime's with a blistering combo to the head in the 4th round. This was done on the inside, which is all the more impressive, right? That's what they're saying. Abdullah didn't need to get leverage on the punches to generate colossal power. He can get it from the inside, from the outside. This guy's just, you know, universal. A moment later, Mason connected with fast combinations that put Jaime's down for the 2nd time in the 4th round. In the 4th. Now, referee Jaime in the 4th. Now, Jaime's looked hurt and discouraged at that point, right? We didn't know if this guy was going to make it or not. The referee then chose to wave it off. The time of the stoppage was at 1 minute and 55 seconds in round 4. Now, Mason, he's only 20 years old, guys. And like I said before, I think he's heading on his way towards a title shot sooner or later. Now, good fight card tonight. I can't say anything more about it, right? But only thing I have to say now, Gervonta Davis, you gonna have to do something, man. There's some killers in that division, and you, my guy, Gervonta, man, you got to do something, bro. You gonna have to do something, my brother. You have to do something, man. Rowdy Nation TV, man. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so anytime I drop a video, you guys can be notified. We out.